All right.
So I started recording. Now I'm gonna do an intro.
All right.
Okay. Welcome to the NYDOCAST. My name is Alex, and I have my partner in crime, Andy. And
Hello.
today we're going to be
Hello.
talking about Spark a Space Trail, a 2016 movie about a teenage monkey and his friends that go
Shut
to the
up.
planet Banna.
We are not talking about that. I don't even know what we are talking about.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's a podcast. All it is talking, so I think it
this
does.
is the revamped version of the
Rick
was it?
Wanda's Minority Report.
Mm-hmm. But we got rid of the other guy.
Yeah, Confederate Tooth. He will be missed.
He will not.
Dang, man. Why you gotta pick on my boy like that?
Well, because he died.
Uh, yeah, the hernia. It's cool.
No.
He did though. I seen it.
Spark a Space Trail got a 4.5 out of
You
10
need
on
no,
IMDb.
dude. You need to stop. You need to quit.
Okay, fine. We'll talk about Rock Dog.
Yes, can we please talk about Rock Dog? Oh, man.
So, I'm gonna start chewing ice in the microphone, and we're gonna get to talking about stuff. So,
Things.
Andy,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
your favorite movie is The Office.
Yeah. It's I think I have a more favorite movie.
What is that?
Okay, wait. It's, I can't buy it on DVD, but it's a YouTube exclusive. It's called Lego Video by Mr. Adam Dude. By Mr. MrAtomDude on YouTube. It's called Lego Video. That's the name of the movie.
It's a great. Okay.
Make sure you put that in
Okay,
the.
we're gonna put a short clip of this video.
Of the film.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna put it. We're gonna put the whole film on it.
That was a good video.
Yeah, I would say it surpasses the Lego Movie as the best animated brick-based film.
So,
Yeah. I just found it today. It's a classic.
yeah, man.
So
We didn't plan anything.
Huh? Yeah, we have not planned anything. This is already going way better.
But, what do we want to be talking about on this, here podcast? Any topics?
World of Goo, the classic video game. All the new movies that came out this year.
Yeah, that's a good.
Kung Fu Panda.
I'm on IMDb right now. Kung Fu Panda did not have a release this year.
Get Smart, starring Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince that
what
released
was
today.
what was your favorite movie of this year?
My favorite movie this year would probably.
It doesn't matter. But go ahead.
I don't know, man. There were a lot of great movies this year, but it would probably have to be Nacho Libre starring Jack Black.
Okay, first it's not Nacho Libro, you're an idiot.
Nacho Libre, but a close second was
Nacho
the
Libre.
Love Guru. What? Oh yeah, Nacho Libre.
Nacho
No,
Libre,
it's
you
no,
must
it's
have
Nacho
you
Libro, as
messed
in
it
Nacho
up.
Book.
Mm-hmm.
It's Nacho Book. There's also the Love Guru starring Mike Myers.
So in the same fashion that Confederate Tooth was fired, I think that's it for the podcast today.
God, no.
Thank you for joining me. You will not be
No,
back.
no, wait. Zohan by Adam Sandler. That's a good one. That's a good movie.
Yeah. So, but I
Wait,
do,
it was, dang.
I do have, I do want to talk about something.
Mm-hmm.
I want
Okay.
to talk about a pretty hot topic. at the time
Yeah.
of
Okay.
recording, and
Yeah.
that is the YouTube Rewind.
Ah, the YouTube Rewind, as if we haven't made fun of that enough. 2 weeks, 2+ weeks
I
after release.
think we should go over the highlights of the
The
YouTube Rewind.
highlights. Oh, okay, the highlights. Well, it had Will Smith and Marquise Brownlee, and was Matthew Santoro in there?
I don't know.
No one can even remember. Uh,
Ooh,
I don't
my
know.
favorite part is when the entire cast of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius came out and gave a 20-minute speech about world hunger.
About yeah, about world hunger and like the geopolitical tension in southeastern Asia. That was like, oh my god, it was like heart wrenching, dude. But then you know, what else happened? Weird Al Yankovic came out and and sang Wonderwall
He sang all
off
trapped
key.
in the closet.
Yeah. Oh, that Trapped in the Closet by R. Kelly, the best TV series of all time.
I watch it every night.
Yeah, it's the best series of all time. If you
I
guys
like to
don't know,
I like to lather up.
you laugh.
I really like that scene where R. Kelly's in the closet.
Yeah. you know, I actually think that's the whole thing.
Well, no, like R. Kelly just smuggled some drugs into like his brother's closet or something, and then had fun.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
It's
Um,
pretty good.
you know, you know what else?
What?
um, so I don't know if you guys have seen the the super mega cast,
Ah,
but
yes, what we're copying.
in one episode they wrote a SpongeBob episode live,
I'm
and I was thinking we could do that. It would be cool. How
okay.
about instead of
Okay,
SpongeBob,
intermission.
let's do a different.
Intermission. We're
Okay,
back.
what was that? What was
We'll
that?
just cut this out. Okay,
What do you mean? Okay, what happened?
it doesn't matter.
Okay, but so how about this? So let's write an episode of a TV. What's a popular TV series that we can write an episode of right now,
Jimmy
live?
Neutron Boy Genius.
No, I think we should do someone else, like something
Someone
else.
else.
Someone else. How
Um,
about we do
we
um
could do. We could write an episode of The Office.
okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's write an episode of The Office.
Okay, so how we'll do this is I'll say
No, wait, no, not The Office, Frasier.
no, because
Okay, we'll do
I've seen more of The Office.
Frasier next episode. Okay, fine. The Office right
I'll
now.
have to see more of
Let's
Frasier.
Okay, yeah, let's write an episode of The Office.
Okay, so I'll say sentence, and you say sentence, and we'll keep going back and forth.
Yeah, we'll just say part. Okay,
Alright.
you begin. Start with the title card.
The title.
The title card.
Title
Yeah.
card.
The title sequence. Okay.
Okay.
Go.
So opening shot of Dwight. He's
Okay.
working on his computer, and you notice that he's not wearing his normal attire.
Mhm.
He's actually wearing a a a green suit
Mhm.
for green screening.
Ah, okay.
But like uh he does his head is perfectly fine, but he's also wearing a green cap. So all you can see is his face.
It's just half of his head.
Yes.
It's
Alright.
just his head.
So
Okay. So green screen Dwight is typing on his computer, but he's not typing. He's actually just slamming his keys,
Mhm.
like so. And then he turns and faces the camera, and he snaps his fingers, and suddenly the green screen activates, and it turns to an image of Seinfeld season 7 on DVD.
Mhm.
So now Dwight is just a head, a face in front of a copy of Seinfeld season 7 on DVD. Then Jim turns and walks over to Dwight and just kicks him in the shin, and then Dwight falls down and collapses onto the floor with the green screen still activated.
And then we cut to the intro.
Yeah.
Um,
I was hoping you'd continue by like having to curb stop Dwight, but okay.
no, that seems like a good place to. So the intro plays, but it's a little bit different. Um, it's the entirety of the cast, every single like background character that's ever appeared in the show.
It's an hour long. It's an hour long intro, and we
Um,
still have the
it's every single character that's ever appeared on the show, every background character, every um, just everyone who has ever appeared on screen, uh, has a
ever.
10-second like just moment of the intro.
With like the cart, with like the text and everything saying their
But
name.
some of the music loops after one point. So
But it's like a really it's a really abrupt loop, so it just like cuts. Yeah, it's
yeah.
great.
So what happens with the music is it goes like do 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 do, and then do 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 do. It does that for an
Yeah,
hour, and
just
then
that for an hour. Okay.
okay, and so after the intro plays after an hour,
Okay.
we see Michael in his office, and
He's back.
he's calling his mom.
Okay.
No, this is before the first ever episode.
Yeah, this is season 1.
Yeah, no, this is season 0.
It's like season 6 in
Okay,
reality.
so
Yeah.
Michael is in his office, and he's calling his mom.
Mhm.
But we don't hear his mom. But they're having a conversation, and Michael is talking about his new date with uh Kermit the
With
Frog.
no squabs. Squabs. I
His new
mean.
date with
Squa-
Squabs. Um,
Squabs is his
and
name.
we don't know what his mom is saying, but obviously his mom doesn't approve.
hmm
And so Michael hangs up, and then we see Stanley enter the office.
Yo, am I gonna get to turn? Am I gonna get a turn?
Yeah,
Alright.
go ahead now.
Okay, so Stanley enters the office, as you said. And he has a new briefcase. It is a sickly pattern of orange and yellow polka dots. Uh, on it is a sticker. It is like a little travel sticker. You know
Guys,
those?
stop.
They're like kind of little postcards that you put on your like suitcase or luggage that
Uh-huh.
just like show where you've been. Well, on there, on the briefcase is a little sticker, saying with the Brazilian flag. No, not the Brazilian flag. The Honduran flag.
Yeah.
And it's a caption: "Rato de futebol discolazo."
Okay. Are you done?
No.
Oh, dang. I
Okay.
was gonna continue
So
off of that somehow.
the briefcase is in full view, so the camera zooms in on the sticker, and then it slowly pans up to Stanley's face, and he's got a really really seductive smirk. And the camera cuts, and then Stanley walks over to his desk, but he trips and falls.
Wait. Okay.
Wait,
I need
no,
to
no, no,
continue.
no, no.
I
He
need to continue off of that.
No, he trips and falls onto his giant stomach, but he's like gained like 50 more pounds, so it's just like a sea of flab under him. But then he drops his briefcase, and it swings open, and it's just like a ton of sausages.
So
Would you like to continue?
okay. So having just heard the news of Stanley's
The news. It took a while for it to circulate.
after hearing the news of Stanley's gainage from the Mexicano sausages.
And Rato de Futebol.
Yeah, he ate football.
Okay.
Dwight decides to help Stanley
Mm.
with his weight.
Is he still wearing the same suit?
He's just wearing the green suit. He can't get it
No,
off.
no, but it's like 3 days later.
Yeah, but he can't get the green suit off. So that's why
It's part of him.
it's still on him. It's fused to his
It's,
body.
it's his it's his skin.
Okay, so Dwight says, Stanley, I'd like to help you with your weight. I think it'd be safe. I don't want you to die. And
And he like sheds a
Stanley says, Dwight,
tear. That's yeah.
why? I'm making a Mexican sausages. He turns him into sausages.
So wait, Dwight is now just a pile of sausages on the
Dwight
floor.
has been killed off.
So now we cut to 8 weeks later. The funeral of Dwight K. Schrute is being held on the tip of a dormant volcano. That was his dying wish to be buried. It was a slow metamorphosis
No,
into
his wish was to be his wish was
wait, okay.
to die
So wait,
in
it
the
was
office.
yeah, it was like a really slow metamorphosis. So he had time to. So while his legs were fusing into sausage, he had time to like whisper out his last words. Um, but his dying wish was to die in the office, but be buried on Mount Fauia in Hawaii.
That's my favorite mountain, Mount Flau.
Yeah, Mount Fauia. But so they're on the tip of the dormant volcano, Mount Huaia. That's a Fuaiiah, by the way. Yeah. But so they're on the volcano, everyone's crying, but you can tell they're all crying of like laughter and joy. And they got like they don't have tear marks on their shirts or face. They have like they look like they've been through a rainstorm. So they're all like soaking wet from presumably tears. And so they're all crying from laughter or sadness. And suddenly Meredith just walks away from the rest of the group and then shouts, "I see lava!" Yeah, in
Is
that
that where I
exact moment.
continue?
Yeah.
Okay, so as everyone notices that the lava is getting closer to them, they decide to drift Dwight into the lava, and he slowly burns. You see, it's very graphic. You see his flesh just like curdling,
It's like 3 minutes of just pure raw footage of the body.
and it's actually the actor just dying.
Yeah.
And then after he's been fully like formed into ash, it cuts to Jim looking at the camera doing one of his squint things and says, "No more prank."
No more prank.
And then 8 hard cuts. This is after the commercial break. We see it's Michael.
Again calling his mother.
He's calling his mother, but this time he's in the conference room.
Mm.
There's gallons of glue on the table.
What the heck? Wait, in jugs or just like a puddle?
No, in jugs.
Okay.
There's just like 17 jugs, like 17-gallon jugs of glue, Elmer's glue on the table, and he's talking to his mom, but it has nothing to do with the glue.
And he doesn't like mention it or acknowledge it.
And as this is before season 1, Ryan walks in the room, and he's just like, "Michael, what are you doing with all this glue?"
And then a laugh track plays for the first time in the history of the show.
This is before the show.
Yeah, it's the prequel.
They can
It's
do
the
anything.
prequel.
All right.
Dwight revives. Okay, but
So,
Ryan. Oh, no, you can go.
Okay, I was just gonna say one more thing. Michael looks to the camera, storms out of the room, and heads up to the roof, carrying all 17 gallons of glue.
At one time in one trip.
Yeah, on one trip he stacked them on top of each other.
And he manages to run.
He's a
Yeah,
very good man.
a few good men. Yes. Okay. So now he's up on the roof with all 17 jugs of glue, and then we get now. So the cameraman has followed Michael up onto the roof carrying all 17 jugs of glue. Then he goes to the edge of the roof, and Stanley's car is in full view. The camera looks at it, and Michael opens up and pours every single jar, every single jug, an ounce, and gallon of glue onto Stanley's car. And then just after the last bit of glue has been poured, we get to see all of it go down. By the way, but and and then and then as soon as the last bit of glue is poured onto Stanley's car, and there's like a giant ocean of glue around it, Stanley storms out of the office building and into the parking lot and sees his car, and then he makes like some really loud, unintelligible screech, and then he angrily turns to Michael with a goofy, angry look on his face and says, "Michael, I'll go get
I have a great way to
I'll go
continue
get
this.
this." Okay,
Okay, so then it cuts. Okay,
we're
first
just cutting
okay,
nonstop.
let me just say, I love
Yeah,
how we talked about Dwight's body just being like curdled in the lava, yet he was
yeah,
made into Mexicano sausages.
yeah.
Okay, so it's everyone's sitting in the conference room,
Ex-
except Pam.
oh, okay.
Pam is actually out sick today, so that's why she's not in this
Oh,
episode. Except at the very end, which we'll see. Pam's at the end of this episode.
she was the killer the whole time.
So Michael is talking to everyone about
Mhm.
obesity, and he says that
Again,
the 17 gallons of glue were to show uh,
he cared.
how much gallons of pudding that Stanley eats in a day.
in a
And it,
day,
it
in
cuts
a
to
day.
Stanley just with a smile on his face. And
Yeah.
he was Michael's just saying, we have to stay healthy, so I'm making you all eat nothing.
Nothing. I'm literally banning food. But
Michael
I go,
Michael has eradicated all food on Earth, and now no one has any food.
okay, so now in the midst of this crisis in the conference room, Daryl just runs up, not walks, he
Why is
runs
Daryl
and
there?
yeah, and breaks the door down in from the warehouse. You know the door that goes from the warehouse into the office?
Yeah.
Well, he, like runs and doesn't even like try to break it down. He just walks into it and it falls. And then he keeps walking without breaking without breaking his stride. By the way, he's doing like really big
Mm.
steps, but walking really fast. So it's like bum 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 bum.
He's a man.
Yeah, it's the man. But so he storms in, and the cameraman follows him throughout the entire walk, through the door, out of the warehouse, into the hall, into the conference room. And then he just like pulls a deagle from his back pocket and just shoots Michael in the nose. It's square in the nose. But the bullet ricochets off of Michael's face and into the air conditioning. There was an air conditioning knob the entire time.
Okay.
And that but
Oh.
it breaks the air conditioning knob, and now it is 20 degrees inside the office and it can't be changed.
Okay, you just pulled a complete 180 on me because I was gonna continue this, but so everyone's freezing, absolutely freezing.
You
So,
wanted to make it hot.
uh, yeah, exactly. So since
Okay.
everyone's freezing, they all go back to the volcano, and now they're back to
They
the
bring the office building with it to
um,
like heat it up.
and they're all at the volcano because Michael had passed away because when
Wait, what?
he was in the car and his head was out the window, and then somebody took a frying pan and just like
I just whacked it.
golf swinged it. He just absolutely like just took a frying pan, and just and his head
I
fell
like
out
that. Nice. It fell out.
of the car
There
because
was
he
no
was.
there was no blood. It was just like a fruit roll up.
Yeah, it was tiny guys. Okay, so he's there's a we see another 3 minute scene of a body just being absolutely
Curled.
dismembered.
That's the main trend of the video.
And
Or
um
the
in an act of jokiness, uh, Jim actually runs back to the office. He's going like 70 miles per hour. He's going fast. But he's
okay.
taking normal, like he's taking walking steps. So
I'm just imagining that. Like a Jim storming on down the highway.
I just pictured that in my mind. That looked really funny.
So go ahead.
Okay, so Jim is going so fast.
That he literally bursts into flame mid stroll.
That he burns up and he's able to jump up so high that he lands in Michael's office
Yeah.
and is able to Spider-Man around the room, get a single piece of paper, and run all the way back.
Okay. What's the piece of paper for?
Then he brings the piece of paper back over, and he gives it to Michael. And the single
Michael's dead body.
Yeah, he brings it to Michael,
Okay.
and then Michael, from his ashes, becomes a ghost and reads it aloud. And it's just the Beta 64 code for a fish PNG.
So it's he just reads aloud the code and the URL
No, he
for
doesn't.
a picture of a fish.
Yeah, it's a
All
picture
right.
of Jim holding a fish.
Like he's smiling really big.
And, alright.
Okay. Then the entire cast looks at the camera. They all laugh. It's a really short laugh. They don't laugh unanimously. They just like take turns, just like one ha, and that's it. Just like they take turns, one for every person in the cast, but except for Pam. Now
Because
Pam is
Pam's not
last,
there. Pam
but
doesn't
then
appear in this episode till the end.
the camera cuts to Pam's house, to the exterior of Pam's house, but it doesn't go inside. It's just a 5 minute long shot of Pam's house, and then finally the camera like breathes really heavily and enters. And they knock on the door, and Pam, sporting a dead dog on her head, opens the door and says, "Hey, Tom, how's it going?" And Tom, the cameraman, answers, "Ah!"
He barks on Pam.
He burps.
Oh.
No, he barfs. Yeah, he just vomits a Colgate toothpaste in its original substance onto Pam. But Pam is like unfazed.
She's like, they're still talking.
She's just like nodding along, like she's really interested in what he's saying.
But he's just barfing Colgate
yeah,
toothpaste.
yeah, and you can hear like the gurgles and screams. But then Pam finally, after the minute-long vomit, Pam finally says, "Okay, you can come in." And then Tom says, "Okay," and then they enter their house. Then they sit on the sofa. Bravo Network is on the TV in front of them. Andy Cohen is screaming, and as are the housewives. But and they just but again it's a really loud volume. But again they're just completely unfazed and they don't even realize it. They don't acknowledge it at all. Like you can barely hear what the cast is saying, what Pam and Tom are saying. So then Pam, after their 10-minute long conversation about the geopolitical tensions in Southeastern Asia, yet again, Tom walks to the kitchen and grabs a bottle of Gatorade, and then he opens it, takes a sip, says ah, and then walks back into the living room. But when he gets back into the living room, Pam is gone. But then the camera pans upward into the ceiling, and Pam is hanging on the ceiling, just like legs and just like the Spider Pig scene from the Simpsons movie.
Mm-hmm.
The pig is Pam.
I see.
Yeah, she's just like crawling on the ceiling, and then she falls face flat onto the floor. And Tom pans the camera. He switches the camera so it's facing him, and Tom all along was the Numaye guy.
Okay.
and, and he says, "Well, that's the office for you." And then it cuts out, and the movie ends. The film ends with like the credits for Full House.
Okay. So after the credits roll, we actually get an after credits scene,
Ah, okay.
which is the rest of the movie.
What do you mean shut up?
We see uh in
And there's like a title card that says it's not over yet.
um Jim is now the regional manager.
Oh, okay. This is like 5 bill. This is like
5 billion years.
no, 8 eons later.
So it's 8 eons. Jim is the only remaining person
A
there.
cast member.
So you
And
see,
the entire time he's just smiling, that big Jim smile.
and there's nothing in his office, just a desk, and
And not even a chair, just like
not
a
even a
beanbag.
chair. He's just standing, and on the desk is just all of the ceramic, just vases full of all the ashes of his friends, and Jim is just smiling.
But they're all labeled with the wrong names. Dwight is like Derek. Meredith is Margaret, and so on.
And then Jim leaves the room. He's
Mhm.
it's actually being filmed from like a really far away. And the camera stays where it is, and Jim starts walking closer to it. And
The walk takes like 15 minutes.
yeah, no, he does a 70-mile-per-hour walk, and he starts walking over there. He just faces, he faces through the wall. He faces through the wall, just like a video game that's broken.
Yeah.
And he says, "No more prank."
No more prank. But like he says it really like smugly and quickly, like Sonic. No more prank. And then the
And then,
credit.
and then he zooms back to his office. And then it pans out because it's actually being taken from out of the building. And it zooms out. There's actually no building. His office is the only thing that remains. It's just floating in the air.
It's just like on a pillar.
It's suspended in midair.
It's suspended in midair like via a crane.
No, it's not being held by anything.
Oh.
And the front two walls are gone. Or not the front two. I mean like the front wall facing towards the office if it is there, and then
Yeah.
the left wall facing towards. So it's just like a diorama, and he's just standing there. And then the episode ends. And that was called Birkenstocks. Andy, you there?
Wait, the title of the episode was called Birkenstocks?
Yeah. Where were you?
Yeah, good. But like when it ends, when the credits play, it's the How I Met Your Mother theme.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like Neil Patrick Harris enters in the middle of the credits, and he's like, "No more pranks, am I right?" and then he giggles and then walks off screen, and then that's the end. But then it ends with like in a grayscale picture of of the Numa guy, and it says like in a cursive font, "In memoriam Brian Gromswell."
Gromswell?
Yeah,
That's a
Gromswell. I
good
think
man.
Yeah. So the episode title was called Birkenstocks.
Yeah, that was the pilot before the pilot.
The pre-pilot pilot.
Yeah, and then reality
No,
restores itself, and then we get a boring series called The Office.
yeah, the full episode title is called Birkenstocks, the pre-pilot pilot.
The Birkenstocks, the pre-pilot. You know what? I really, really want to see this like animated.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be so
But
cool.
no one watching is skilled enough to animate anything.
No, dude, Sapphire.
Shut up.
Okay,
Uh,
so after that, we spent 30 minutes making an episode of The Office.
yeah, not just an episode, like a full length feature film adaptation of series.
What do we want to do now?
We how much time have we recorded?
We've recorded 35 minutes.
That's pretty good. Um, what else can we talk about?
We've talked
Let's
about The
see.
Office too long.
Yeah, what albums have you listened to recently? No, wait, no.
No, we could do
Um,
that.
okay.
I
Um,
listened to Good and Evil by Tally Hall.
more like.
You-
I wasn't even laughing at anything. I was just thinking of that of Neil and Patrick Harris in the middle of like the credits to a full length feature like a horror film
called Birkenstocks.
called
Pilot.
Birkenstocks.
You're
It's like really artsy and symbolic.
you're
The
cutting
Neil
out. I
Patrick
don't know
Harris.
if that's
Yeah.
that's showing up in the podcast.
All right, cool. But whatever.
S- all right. So, yeah, I listened to that. And
Okay.
what have you listened to?
All right, this this podcast just got a lot more boring.
Well, maybe this is what we should do.
just make episodes of random TV series
Do we want to do another?
right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Frasier this time.
No, I can't. I don't know Frasier.
Uh,
What's the TV series we know?
uh, all right. Well, that was a good podcast.
Hang on, wait. Hang on.
No, that was a good
Are
podcast.
we ending it there?
Please let me go.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay, let's stop.
I don't
That was
know.
a
I don't know what the
that
schedule
was a
for
good,
this. We could do it. Well,
that was a good pilot.
yeah.
It was
They're
excellent.
gonna probably be around this
More.
length. I don't know. Maybe more.
Yeah, maybe we'll have one that's like 3 hours long. I don't know.
Maybe.
Literally one, and you'll never see it coming. It's gonna be cool.
But yeah, they're gonna be longer than this. I love how this was the pilot where we make an episode of The Office.
Yeah.
I want all of the cast to get back together and make this.
Yeah.
I want them to
I,
actually.
I want Rainn Wilson to actually die for the scene.
I want John Krasinski to go 70 miles per hour.
While walking steps. With
Yeah.
walking steps. Again, that's the funniest thing to
Jenna Fisher to
visualize.
kill her dog and put it on her head.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good pilot.
And
It was a good episode. Welcome to NYDOCAST, everybody.
yeah, with Alex and Andy.
You can expect this kind of wit from all 3 episodes we're gonna make.
Yep. No, we should do this
3.
every Thursday.
That was every Thursday. Okay.
No, that'd be too much of an asshole.
Yeah. We could do every.
We'll come up with a schedule, but for now,
Yeah.
this is, we'll come up with a schedule. If you people like it, then we'll do more.
Yeah.
But if
And
they
the
don't
background
like
of this.
If you don't
I'm
like
just gonna
it,
say
tell
the
me to pee-pee.
the background of this video is going to be Squabs.
Yeah,
Squidward. Yes.
we're not even gonna have a thumbnail. It's just gonna be Squabs. Because I've been
Yeah.
recording this, and it's just been a black screen.
Oh, dude, that sucks. You should put Squabs in the background.
Yeah, we will. I guess.
Like a panning shot of Squabs.
So, yeah. I guess we're done.
That was cool. That was fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do we want to say one last thing before we go? That
Um,
was dumb.
but no, that was a warm up.
That was a warm up, and it's still going in the podcast.
Yeah, that was a warm up for the closer. But our final word is we should do this we should do this like every episode. Have a final word, and that's gonna be the quote in the description.
Mm-hmm.
So the final word. Dislike this video. Just save some time.
No, that'd be bad.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
The real the real
I have a good one.
All right, the real closing word presented by Alex.
Okay, well I didn't think of one, but I'm gonna think of a better one.
You shut up.
Okay.
The real closing word is get Grammarly. Find the words to share your passion.
I spat out my water.
Okay, that's a good end. Let's go. Let's end it.